Good morning, everyone. Today is Saturday, September 26th. Now, in my video here, this ain't got nothing to do with the Dallas Cowboys. This is a dedication and tribute video to right there. That's what the video was about. Legion of Doom, Road Warriors. 3 days ago, catastrophe struck. Animal died at the age of 60. Okay? The Road Warriors were very near and dear to my heart. This is a no-nonsense video now. That's my favorite tag team. They came out in 1982. Animal was by himself. He just called him the Road Warrior by himself. Okay? That's back in the day when they was bouncers at the nightclub called Grandma B's. Hogan was hanging out there sometimes too. But anyway, it wasn't Ole Anderson. Ole Anderson discovered Animal. First, he was the Road Warrior by himself, and Hawk was being a wrestler at a different area. Well, Ole Anderson discovered Animal. And then he said, let's put them together. Let's call them the Road Warriors. And that's kind of how they came about. I mean, I could go on for like 3 or 4 hours about the history of how that right there became the Road Warriors. I could go through the whole history of all that shit, but I ain't got a lot of time for that. That could take 4 or 5 hours for the video. But here we go now. You know how I have on my channel. Over the top! Let's get it on. We're gonna discuss these bad son of a bitches right here. Greatest of all time. No belt they never had. They had them all. Now, finish them over the top around. Finish it around. That'll let you know I'm getting down to my business. This video is no bullshit. All about the Road Warriors. Legion of Doom. Paul Ellering, the man. Behind the man. Now, my shades, so I can be looking greatest personified from a video. Now, here we go. Reaching over here to the side. Got myself my drink on. Start it up. Now, this is no nonsense bullshit video here. My man died 3 days ago. Animal passed away at 60. Hawk died in 2003. Now they both gone now. That's my favorite tag team of all time. No belt they never had. They had them all. Greatness personified. What we'll talk about right here. Road Wars, Legion of Doom. This is one of the newer outfits. I got a piece of paper over here. We're going to discuss some shit they did in their history. Hawk died in 2003, like I just said there. Animal, just this past Wednesday, September 23rd, 2020, of this year. He just died 3 days ago after celebrating his 60th birthday. Rest in peace, my man. Road Warriors, both of them are gone. They're up in wrestling heaven now. Now, we're gonna get to a few teams that I can think of right off the top of my head that the Road Warriors beat down. There's maybe 10 tag teams here that they kick their ass on. First off, we're going to start with the fucking Steiner brothers. Scott Steiner, you got a big mouth. I've been watching a lot of your videos on the internet for many years now. Talking about, you think you're better than the Road Warriors. No belt, right there. No belt. They never had. They had them all. And the last time I remember Steiner brothers right there. The last time Steiner brothers wrestled Hawk and Animal was back in WCW before they went out of business. Road Warriors had the blue shoulder pads on with spikes on them. They had a match between Steiner brothers, Rick, Dogface Gremlin, and that fucking Big Papa Dump. Big Papa Dummy Scott Steiner. Well, during the match, they're throwing bombs. Bomb City. Road was hitting them. They hitting the Road Warriors. They was kicking ass. There was a rumble, and they Rumble City in the ring. Well, what happened? Road was took it a little bit farther than Steiner's did. They got a spike right there. See that spike right there? They took a spike off. They didn't screw their shit. Animal did. He hit Rick Steiner in the head with it. Knock him out. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. As far as I know, that's the last match the Steiner brothers had for the Road Warriors. Well, guess what, Steiners? That's what you got. That's what you got, you know, bitches. You got the L. And the Road Warriors, they got the dub. W. Winners. Winners and losers. Scott Steiner and Rick Steiner, Steiner Bros, against the Road Warriors. Steiners, that's what you got. And Road Warriors, they got the W. Greatest personified right there. Now, one tag team down. Beat ass. Second one, what a fuck Horseman. Right there. Shut it right there. See that? 4 horsemen. They had many rumbles. They had many battles. Sometimes Road Wars won some, sometimes they won some. But Road was greatest personified. They go back to the 80s. They go back to the AWA, NWA days. Before that bullshit WWE crap was going on there. They beat the 4 horsemen many, many times. They had rumbles of the jungle. Ric Flair, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, Lex Luger, Ole Anderson, Arn Anderson. Luger was part of the 4 horsemen at one point in time. They beat the ass too. And Sting was part of the 4 horsemen at one time. Beat the ass too. Next team right there. See that? Fabulous Freebirds. They go back to the early, maybe mid 1980, 84, 85. They beat the Fabulous Freebirds ass too. This was an outdoor stadium. I think it was in Chicago somewhere. Road won that match too. Next one. Right there. Rock and Roll Express. They beat their ass too. They're a bunch of bums. Rock and Roll Express think they special. Wrong. They're right there. No belt they never had. They had them all. Greatest personified. Now, they beat the Rock and Roll Express's ass too. They a bunch of punky fucking Brewsters, man. Here's what happened. Road Rose would run down to the ring. Iron Man. Black Sabbath had to steal that one from him. Before that, what a rush. Shit in the WWE. Before that, they come out to the Iron Man from Black Sabbath. That's when he was king of the jungle. Cock of the walk. King of the mountain, if you will. No. They beat the Rock and Roll Express's ass too. Now, Sting and Luger beat their ass too. Midnight Express. Let me look at something right here. In the case, inside the video here. Scaffold match. I'm looking it up. Looking it up now. Midnight Express. Scaffold match. That's when Jim Cornette was the manager there, and he had the loaded tennis racket. Well, they had a scaffold match. Before the scaffold match happened, Roman's going to Japan. Heartbreaker bone in his leg. So he got a broken leg at the time. They climb up the scaffold, both of them, against the Midnight Express. Guess who won? You gotta knock the scaffold 30 feet up in the air. They don't do scaffold matches no more. They're too fucking dangerous. But Roman's got some balls. So they climb the scaffold match up in it, 30 feet up. In order to win that match, you gotta knock your opponents down. Roman's knock them both down, and you win. So Midnight Express, you down for the count two in that scaffold match. Then that fucking idiot Jim Cornette, he climbed to the top of the scaffold match there, trying to climb to the top of the scaffold. He pulled up on the scaffold, shattered both his knees out. That's what he get for sticking his nose in a business that don't concern him. Winners, right there, Road Warriors. Midnight Express, you got the L2. Now, the Briscoes, beat their ass too. Jack Briscoe, and I think Jim Briscoe. I don't remember the other Briscoe's name, but they beat their ass too. The Nasty Boys, two fat ass motherfuckers, think they something. Rollers, they beat their ass too in the title match. I think it was Raw. They beat their ass. Rollers take the belts from them. And at that time, Nasty Boys was trying to hit Hawk Animal with the helmet. Well, that cost them. Rollers, they got the W against the nasty fuck Fat Boys. Well, and Fat Boys, that's what you get. And the Varsity Club. Remember that too. That's back in the NWA, Georgia Championship Wrestling, and AWA days. The Varsity Club. Well, who was it? Kevin Sullivan and them boys. Rollers, they beat their ass too. Now, did I forget to mention the Hart Foundation? Jim the Anvil Knight Hurt he gone to, and who's the other one? Bret the Hitman Hart. Rollers, they beat Road Warriors, they beat their ass too. Hart Foundation, you got the L, the losers. And Road Warriors, you got the W for the winners. And last but not least, these fake motherfuckers, these Road Warrior wannabes. Road Warriors was in, I think it was NWA at the time, or WCW. They hadn't come to WWE yet. Demolition, right there. See that name? Demolition, right there. They dress up like the Road Warriors. They fakes, man. They fake frauds. Well, so Road Warriors get to the WWE. They take the belts from Demolition too. They beat their ass, and they had three of them. Axe, Slash, and Crush. Road Warriors, they beat their ass too. One other team I forgot to mention on the list here is the Skyscrapers. That was Sid Vicious and Dangerous Danny Spivey, the Skyscrapers. Road Warriors not as big as them, but guess what? Road Warriors, they got the W against the Skyscrapers. Skyscrapers, you got an L. team they ever beat. They beat them all. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 of them bad boys, 12 teams. And I'm sure Road Wars wrestled more teams than that. No team they never beat. They beat them all. Now, like I said, this is a tribute video to died 2003. An animal just died 3 days ago, just this past Wednesday, September 23rd, 2020. He died there. I could not go on without making a video. But my boys, Road Warriors. Bam! Greatest personified. Right there. Now, we're going to go to all the belts they're going to have. Every company I mentioned here, Road had all them belts. All of them. No belt they never had. They had them all. Every goddamn one of them. So, any fucking fans of any of these teams that I just mentioned here, from the Steiner Brothers all the way down to the Varsity Club, if any of them teams think it's good as the Road Wars, wrong. They're not. Steiners, nah. Road Wars, kick your ass too. I beat them all, every goddamn one of them. Now, we're gonna get to all the wrestling companies that the Road Wars wrestled in. They traveled all over the United States back in the day before they go to WWE. Greatest personified. All these companies that I'm going to mention, Road Wars had the belts in all of them. Every goddamn one of them. No belt they never had. They had them all in all these companies. So let's go through the companies that they wrestled in. Georgia Championship Wrestling, they had them belts. EWA, they had the belts too. NWA, they had the belts. WCW, they had them belts. WWE, they had them belts. All Japan Pro Wrestling had them belts. All Universal titles had every goddamn one of them. Now, in the 80s, maybe 84, 85, 86, somewhere through there, the Road Warriors got Tag Team of the Year, not once, not twice, but yeah, 3 times in a motherfucking row they got it there. Tag Team of the Year, 3 in a row. Tag Team of the Year several times. No team can come close to that. Greatest personified. Nobody can fuck with them. They're greatest. Now, flip it over. Now, I'm going to go through a few of my favorite matches. Now, so listen up. The Jim Crockett Cup, the first one they ever had. They had like 3 or 4 different Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cups, where they get a big trophy there. They give out the big trophy, and they get the $1 million. Well, the first time they ever had a tournament, Road Wars done won the first one ever of all time now against Magnum TA and Hand to Stone Ronnie Garvin. Ronnie Garvin a tough motherfucker, man. Magnum TA, that's a tough son of a bitch too. But that wasn't tough enough. Rollers, they kicked their ass too. Rollers won that one. Got that $1 million. Remember back in the day in the 80s when Iron Man was played by Black Sabbath. Rollers would come running down to the ring. I remember on Saturdays on I think it was WTBS. Rollers was wrestling some jobbers, some no-name team. Thinking they gonna make the name off the team right there. Raw. Rollers would run down the ring. They lucky if that match lasts maybe a minute or 2 only. Rollers just straight up beat them down. Beat them down. Nobody could fuck with them. Hawk had a devastating drop kick. The Doomsday Defense off the top rope. Make the animal hold him up on the shoulder there. Hawk got off that top rope. Hit that motherfucker 360 all the way around to the mat. 1, 2, 3. Unconscious down for the count. They win. That's how they do it there. Doomsday Defense off that top rope. Cream City. Now, another match. One of my favorite ones was when they turned on Sting against the Varsity Club. They had Rick Steiner, Mike Rotundo, and the other one. Who was the other one? Kevin Sullivan. Those 3. Rotunda, the Dogfish Gremlin, and the other guy I just mentioned right there. Kevin Sullivan. It was against the Road Warriors, and who was it? Sting was there. But it wasn't supposed to be Sting. It was supposed to be Dusty Rhodes. But Dusty Rhodes ran off to some thing for disabled kids. Some charity event. Well, Rhodes got pissed because he went to it when he wasn't there for the match. During the match now, Rhodes was wrestling the 3 there. And Sting was on the side. The Road Warriors would not tag him in. Because they didn't want him any goddamn way. Dusty Rhodes was supposed to be there. Well, he didn't show up. Breach of contract any goddamn way. They're having a match there. They beat an Animal down during the match. They beat an Animal down. Well, finally, Animal got lucky. Animal tag Hawk in. Hawk and Animal come in there, they beating ass. All three of the varsity club, the ones that I just mentioned there, they come in the ring trying to beat up Road Hawk and Animal. Well, Sting come in without being tagged in. He jumping up into the corner, doing his Sting splash, all the good shit, trying to show the Road Warriors up like he the man and the Road Warriors not the man. Raw. So what happened at that point there? Road Warriors got mad. Sting tried to put the Scorpion Deathlock on one of the varsity clubs. Hawk got mad at him. Hawk grabbed him. He jerked him off, talking about what is you doing, man? We the team here. We didn't tell you to fucking get tagged in the ring. So Sting and Hawk have a little bit of an argument in the ring. So what happened? Animal hit Sting from behind. Then they put him up on the top rope. Wham! They do the Doomsday defense. They pick him up again for a second round. Another Doomsday defense off the top rope. Sting do 360. He hit the mat. Sting down for the count. Sting unconscious there. In ring Lex Luger come running in the ring. Sticking his nose where the shit fucking don't belong. So what happened? He got his ass handed to him too. They beat his ass too. That was Sting and Road Warriors turning on Sting for Dusty Rhodes not showing up there. Dusty Rhodes, this is your fault. You should have been there. Now it's a mamby-pamby charity. Remember that shit right there? That funny, wasn't it? That was the manager at the time. Was fucking Paul Ellering. You should have been there. Not at some mamby-pamby charity. For some special kids of yours. Take your money out of your own pocket. Don't take it out of ours, and that's what you did. Sting, we like you. Well, you're okay, we didn't like you, Sting. You were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Paul Ellering and the Road Warriors. Now, another match is what? A scaffold match against the Midnight Express that I just discussed before that. They beat their ass too. And then, another match was one of my favorite ones, was Kurt Hennig and Larry the Axe Hennig were wrestling the Road Warriors there. And at ringside, commentating was that fat-ass dad of Kurt Hennig. Larry the Axe Hennig were commentating there. Baron Von Raschke and Kurt Hennig wrestling the Legion of Doom right there. Now, the match is progressing, okay? Larry the Axe Hennig in the ring with Animal. They fighting it out. Well, he did a couple drop kicks. He had Animal a little bit drug, a little bit staggering around. Well, he went to run into the rope. Animal got the way. Kurt Hennig, he get tangled up in the ropes now. He's tangled up in the ropes now, okay? So Animal beating on him. Well, Baron Von Raschke, the motherfucker didn't tag in yet. He just come in without tagging in. Now it's 2 against 1 now. So Hawk said, no, you don't do that shit. That ain't tolerable, man. You ain't getting away with that. So Hawk come in, he knocked Baron Von Raschke out of the ring. So now, remember now, 2 against 2. Kurt Hennig got himself tangled up in the ropes. So now the Road Warriors are beating him down because they knocked Baron Von Raschke out the ring. Because Raschke, he came in the ring without no tag. Wrong. Well, you ain't gonna embarrass him like that, man. So they're beating up on Kurt Hennig, who's tangled up in the ropes there. Now, his dad, Larry the Axe Hennig, not even in the match. He just sitting at ringside being a commentator. He decided he gonna get involved in that match there. Big fucking mistake there. He tried to come in the ring with a chair. Well, Hawk pummeled him. Hawk knocked him back to have the ring there. So then, they're back to beating up Kurt Hennig again. Well, Larry the Axe Hennig, he finally get in the ring with a steel chair there. And then Baron Von Raschke coming in. So now, and they still got Kurt Hennig. He all tangled up in the ropes there. Because the dummy tangled himself up. So anyway, they bust him open. They take a chair away from fucking Larry the Axe Hennig. They bust Kurt Hennig in his head twice. He bleeding like a stuffed pig. He bleeding big time in the ropes there. So anyway, nobody end up winning. It's a big old disqualification now. So they go back into the ring area there. And they have an interview with Tony Schiavone at the time. Roberts explained what he did. That's what fucking Kurt Hennig, or not Kurt Hennig, that's what Larry the Axe Hennig kept sticking his nose in that business at. That match did not concern him. He was a commentator only. It was Kurt Hennig and Baron Von Raschke against Hawk and Animal. Gobble, 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 gobble! Like all the rest of the teams they faced there. Numero uno. Well, that's coming to the end of my video, because it's going on close to 20 minutes now. I could not go through my life without mentioning, or doing a video about right there. That is, see that right there? That is greatest personified. No belt they never had. Hawk, I cried in 2003 when he died there. I couldn't believe he was gone, man. You're my favorite tag team. Okay, I was crying like a little baby. That's 17 years ago, man. And I still remember seeing that shit on Monday Night Raw. 17 years ago, they showed Hawk died 2003. And then, my girlfriend tell me, when I was in the bathroom shaving, This was not on Wednesday. I found out a day later on the Thursday, 2 days ago. She come in here and told me, my girlfriend told me, she just saw on her cell phone animal died. I don't believe that, man. I said, what? Animal's dead. I couldn't believe that, man. I couldn't believe the man was in great. He don't do drugs no more. He don't do nothing. He healthy. He quit doing all that shit, man. He just died right after, I think it was the anniversary with his wife there. In somewhere, I think in Missouri. In some resort somewhere up in there. He died at age 60. I don't believe that though. So I get on the internet and I start researching. This shit is true, man. Animal gone now. He up in wrestling heaven now. Godspeed, my man. Godspeed. I'm gonna miss you, man. Hawk and Animal, they got my heart. That's back in the day when I was a kid. I used to watch them. That was one of the main reasons I watched wrestling there, hoping to see the Road Wars every Sunday morning, or not Sunday. I mean, say that every Saturday on WTBS Superstation, Georgia Championship Wrestling, NWA, and NWA and TNA. And then they go to WWE way after that when they got the red shoulder pads. But I liked them before that. When they had the black shoulder pads, the silver spike, chains all over everywhere, the face paint, the reverse mohawk. Hawk can plug in the animal, animal can plug in the hawk. And they got the skulls on the shoulder pads. Greatest personified. I'm going to miss y'all, bro. You rest in peace. Y'all are back together again. Peace. Hang loose. Love y'all. I will never forget you, man. The #1 tag team of all time. Thank you for the memories. That's no bullshit, man. That's my favorite tag team of all time. And they gone now. But I will never ever forget you. Road Warriors for life. Hang loose. Thanks for watching my video. If there's any Road War fans watching this video here, I just got 3 final words for y'all. Then I'll close the video off. What a rush!